'cause we're gonna be legends. Gonna get their attention. What we're doing here ain't just scary. It's about to be legendary. Yeah, we're gonna be legends. Gonna teach them all a lesson. Got this feeling in our souls we can't.
What if I told you this was the last Monday morning of your life?
5:20 in the morning. Just one of those things. Heading out. Trying to find these crazy good shots. Because I don't want people giving D-Rock too much credit. I'm kidding, D-Rock. Love you so much. Figured I'd give you guys an update. Just been sitting here for the last 4.5 hours doing email. It's not super exciting or interesting, but obviously want to give you guys context. A lot of the work I have to do that's in my email, answering certain things, replying to questions from the team, setting up meetings, canceling meetings, just saying hello to a pitch or doing air traffic control of where things go in my world is done on flights. So that's what I'm doing. Constant motion, always be moving. I think that's such a big factor in what I do. You know, just landed, like the second I land, I get the internet connection and start watching the new episode. I've got to prove that for D-Rock. 20-6 Steelers. I'm not watching any football. I fucking hate football right now. Anyway, so instead of watching football on the flight like everybody else was, I was working, emails, hustling. Second I landed, I watched the preview now. Now I'm jumping in the car with Avi. Tyler's here. So we're gonna create the meat of today's episode because it's a Sunday. And just gotta get home to the family life. And so that's how we do it, man. Speed matters. Like taking advantage of every fucking second. I don't think people really get it. I think people are confused. And if you're living that one life, and you've got that ambition, just make every second count. Get efficient. Get super efficient. Hack the seconds. What's up, everyone? Just landed from LA. I was there for a couple hours, a couple meetings. From Seattle. No footage. Keeping it strategic. Now heading home, just finishing up watching episode 122 as we're doing 123. I'm gonna bang out the next minute, 2 seconds of this. Then I might go Instagram live. I don't know, Tyler, but just trying to think about what to talk about today. Maybe I'll talk about what you guys want to talk about, so give me a second. I'm forcing D-Rock to be in the episode. Good week ahead. Actually, you know what? Why don't we do this? As I struggle to try to find what I'm going to be able to do on weekends, obviously, as we made this commitment to do the show every day, on the weekends, a lot of it's going to be me and Selfie. Obviously, Tyler, thanks for being here. Other Tyler, thanks for being here and filming. I appreciate schlepping you out of your Sunday. But one thing that I'll do as a series maybe is, how about the week ahead highlights? It's kind of cool. So I can set up something and then read it. So let's do a little thing. Week ahead Monday, seeing former employees, got a great agency now, she's killing it. Seeing our GE client, which I'm excited about. Seeing my chief creative officer, Steve. Gonna jam with him, discussing some new business. Then heading down to the Philly area for a big business meeting, huge one. Coming back, some internal meetings, a book meeting around Crushed It. So more on that to come. And then a Knicks game against the Pelicans, and have a really fun friend joining me for that. So that's Monday. Tuesday, fly at 7 a.m. to Orlando. I have an important call with a client from Quaker. Then I speak in Orlando at the ICR Summit conference where a lot of people get together for the banking world, the private equity world, and the brand world. I like to talk about the state of the union and what's going on in there. Then I fly back, so I'll be in Orlando for 6 hours. Then I land, go to a meeting with our chief creative officer and Facebook. Then I have a dinner with Jewel, the artist. Yeah. And then I catch up with Phil about Vayner Capital Wednesday. Client meeting, 6 a.m. workout, client meeting, 9 a.m. big one for 2 hours. Then I go to the studio, which is in our old office at 315. So you guys will see that again for the first time in a while. And then an internal call. Then Jay Williams, the great Duke basketball player, is an amazing entrepreneur. Some internal stuff and an investment meeting. Then a surprise guest will be stopping by from the music world. I'm going to save that and not telling you guys that. Then an internal meeting with one of my favorite employees, emerging superstar. Thursday, early workout. I'm speaking at a school, actually. Then I will be on the Breakfast Club. So I'm making my next appearance on the Breakfast Club on Thursday. Be ready for that. Fired up about that. Some internal meetings, a lot of internal meetings, more internal meetings. It's a hodgepodge of internal meetings, clients, friends, investments, a lot of that. Then dinner, 2 dinners, 2 important dinners, one for our consulting arm, one for somebody else that I can't talk about just yet. Then I'm going to a client Friday morning in Jersey, bunch of internal meetings, VaynerMedia. Then Friday night dinner, and then maybe after that, it's weekend, family time, Martin Luther King Day, little hustle, little Knicks basketball. So good, that's the weekend, that's the week ahead. You got some previews, leaving comments, anything you guys want for us to do. You just saw in the last episode, we're talking a lot about the ear, the listening, the comments on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube are imperative, and they're all equal. Like just giving love, like I love this show, or D-Rock, you crushed it, or Tyler, I love the way you edit, like means so much to us. It's fuel, but then also details, like, oh, I like that, or can you expand more on that? The feedback loop of this is incredible. Right now, I think we'll go to a little bit of a live stream. So everybody on Instagram's about to get real happy, which I love. 3, 2, 1, blast off. What up, Instagram? Happy Sunday afternoon. I'm sure some of you are watching football. I will not be doing that because I'm bitter. And so only if I go to the Super Bowl on business will I be seeing any football. Caught 1 second of the Steelers-Dolphins game just as I was filming some stuff right now. Good to see you, Brandon. Good to see you. What up? Big ups. I am Mackenzie Ball. Good to see you. Ask your question. Go. I'm ready to answer it. That's exactly what's going on right now. Other Tyler Babin is in the house filming episode 123, which we will have up tomorrow. Yeah, the Knicks jacket is legit. Looking for your questions. Look how to retain good talent. Rohit, only one way, my friends, to keep good talent. Communication. Just gotta know. Tyler's great talent, really talented. Like, I think you're super talented. And all I need to do is make him feel safe to ask me if he wants more challenges, more money, different opportunities, if he sees Vayner talent people are traveling a lot, and if that's what, right now he's happy about doing my content, right? But maybe he wants to, you just have to communicate. Life changes, ups and downs, ebbs and flows. What you have to do is, if you have great talent, you have to remind them on the macro, the value you're actually bringing them, because especially with youth, can get very impatient real fast. But I think I'm winning that game more and more because people are seeing how different career paths happen within the org if they buy into that patience. But it comes down to communication, my friend Rohit. Just communicate. The problem is most of you don't want to ask the talent what they want because you don't want to give it to them. The key of retaining talent is not only asking, it's being able to deliver on what they want and having the humility and the honor and the empathy to let that bird fly if you're unable to feed it. Luckily for me, I got so much fucking feeder in my backpack, I got enough feeder for the fucking world, which is why I'm not scared to communicate. I like that analogy. All right, how do I conquer the fear of failure? A little bit over my pay grade, Robert. I think it's individual, but I do think fear is predicated on caring about what other people think and or your own self-esteem and your own self-worth. Since I think I'm the best and love myself the most, and I genuinely don't care what anybody says, though I appreciate and am empathetic and take into account what everybody says, I'm able to be fearless when it comes to business. When I was a teenager, early 20s, I wouldn't hit on some girls that I liked because I was fearful that my friends would make fun of me for losing. And that's why I wasn't 100% fearful in that. And I wish in hindsight I was 100% fearless in that world too, because that would have been fun too. So, that's the key. It's feeling great about yourself. D. Rose, how do I remain motivated? Listen, we've covered this so much, but Tyler, cut this into this one because it's always important and there's always new people. 400 trillion to 1. Not realizing that you won the lotto being a person, not realizing that you have it so good. I stay motivated through gratitude. Gratitude is the secret drug. It is the gateway drug to the motivation drug. So many of you, when you first encounter me, I read the comments, cokehead, what drug's he on, this and that. You just don't realize what purity of utter happiness looks like. And when you are grateful, that leads to motivation, that leads to the hyper nature. Of course, there's certain chemicals within inside of me that give me a lot of energy and things of that nature, but gratitude is absolutely the beast that drives my motivation and excitement. I want to squeeze every single thing out of this life. I want to squeeze every ounce out of this life because it's the only one I've got. My big thing is that I genuinely don't think most things matter. And so I'm very big on lack of ego is why I'm good at delegating. I actually think way too many people suck at delegating because they're egotistical and they don't deploy enough humility and they actually are micromanaging out of their own insecurities. And so it's very easy for me to delegate because I trust people. And I trust them up front. My dad always says, you've got to earn my trust. And I always say, I'm giving you trust and you've got to lose it. And actually, it's kind of hard to lose. I think that's allowed me to go fast. It's allowed me to scale. I think it's a differentiator. And I don't think anything can really cripple me. And so I give them the room. I think delegation has a lot to do with ego and insecurities. And I watch, and I'm able to do a lot of things by giving people room. And to me, if I'm doing 97 things and 97 people are helping me, and they're all ranging from, if a 10 was perfect execution, from a 4.2 to a 9.7, doing 97 things from a 4.2 to a 9.7 is a hell of a lot better than doing 1 or 2 things at a 10.0. It's a net score game, and that's how I'm wired, and that's how I strategize. And then as people prove that they can do 9.2, 8.7 work, I move them up, and if they prove they can do 11.0 work, I remind them that they maybe should be doing something up for themselves. And so that's the bottom line. That's how I think about it. So I love yard sales and garage sales because I love the thrill of the hunt. It's the one place where you can buy something for $1 and sell it for 90, and you can do that 4, 5, 6 times a Saturday. And so I'm a big fan. And watching so many of you do the $20,170 eBay flip challenge, and it's not just eBay. It's for clarity. Let's get this in the episode. Let go, and Facebook Marketplace seems to be crushing it for a lot of people trying to sell premium things like sneakers, Craigslist, Etsy, buying stuff and kind of like Tyler, I feel like you'd be good at Etsy because you've got that kind of Brooklyn creative thing going on. Like I wouldn't be as good at Etsy because I'm just not that cool or creative, but I feel like somebody who's really got that artistic vibe can go garage selling and understand what would play as hipster and buy something for $1 and just really repackage it and sell for 30 on Etsy instead of 4 on eBay. eBay's like a store. eBay's like Walmart, Whereas Etsy's like that cool shop in, in Greenpoint that you can charge a whole lot more for, even if it's the same thing. So it's marketplace dynamics. The more you guys become educated, it's no different than the way I trade attention. What's underpriced, what's overpriced. Instagram underpriced right now. As you can tell, I'm going all in. What's overpriced? Tumblr. Tumblr's overpriced. It's not a good place to use my time when I say priced right now, not the ad units. So that once you understand what's underpriced and overpriced on Etsy, on Facebook Marketplace, on eBay, on Craigslist, on LetGo, on all these different new apps that sell, and once you understand what's underpriced and overpriced at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, the dollar store, Five Below, and Goodwill, other thrift stores, and flea markets, which I don't love, and yard sales and garage sales, town-wide sale. When you Google from March to October, town-wide garage sale, when you can get 30, 40, 50, 60 garage sales in a 2-hour period, you can clean house. So I'm watching people. By the way, for clarity, let's get this in here as well. It is a $20,170 profit game. You gotta make profit. What kind of game do you think this is? You can make $20,170 and lose money. There's no use in that. All right. By the way, though, it's been an explosion on Twitter. I don't know, have you seen it? Like just an explosion on Twitter. Oh my God, did you see that our theme song to the Daily Vee was used by the NFL today?
So fast, it's crazy.
Anyway, now, I'm in the protein food business. My product costs $9.50. I'm trying to decide whether to sell it between 30 or 40. What do you think? Mo, I would really look at the competitive landscape. If all your competitors are selling their product for 40, and that's the range, then I'd probably go 37. I think people are stunningly naive about price mattering. Everybody likes to talk about, my product is so good, this and that, but price is a factor. It's one of the core pillars in society. So I always like to have a little bit of a competitive advantage on price. It's how I built Wine Library. It's how I built VaynerMedia. It's how I built my speaking career. I eat my own dog food. I'll go free from the beginning. If I don't have leverage, my shit is free. So many of you are fancy. So many of you are fancy right now. You think you're a great filmmaker. You're a great filmmaker? Great. Like, let the market then pay for you. Like, the market is the market. It doesn't matter what you and your best friend from college think. It matters what the market thinks. And so every time I think about pricing, I think about how much leverage do I have. If nobody knows who I am, and by the way, I've done this every time I've gone into new genres. I was really successful as a wine retailer, but nobody knew me as a marketing agency, so I gave that shit away. Too many fancy fuckers coming out the gate. All right, I'm gonna catch up on a little work before I walk into the house. Hope you guys have a great Sunday. I think got plenty of content for you. And I will talk to you guys later. And I appreciate the love. I appreciate the word of mouth. Before I sign off, so many of you, the amount of people that are screen shooting these live feeds and then posting it on Instagram and tagging me and giving me a shout out and trying to get friends to follow me, it means the world to me. It means so much to me. I really appreciate it. And the word of mouth is the best way you can pay back the free content. I do appreciate that. It means a lot to me, more than you think. It's not so much that I get 4 followers from your post. It's that you care enough about me to post it as one of your Instagram posts. So, love you guys. Hey, how's it going? Really good. Busy. Yeah, I just landed. Yeah. So, how you doing? Vaynerchuk. All right, guys. Have a good day. We'll see you later.